Hello everyone, my name is Rodney. I'm from Formula Lookout, and in today's video we're going to go through a use case posted by one of our Monday users actually a while back in 2020, about a concern that looks like there's been some concerns or people or Monday users asking what's the update on that already. So let's go through that right now. It's called dependencies across multiple boards. So this Monday user is asking if there's a way that multiple boards can have like dependencies. That's initially how she described it, all right, because she's using a number of large projects which has their own boards, and it is a requirement or a key item for them to have it somehow dependent on each other, like maybe syncs, columns that syncs. So we see here that one of the Monday certified partners explained that they can achieve that using mirrors and also connect boards. So this is how you use it. You add a connect board column, you identify which board you want it to connect to, and then once a connect board column is available, identify the link, the item that you want it to be linked to. So it's a two-step process, all right? And it's something that looks like this. Okay, so 11 months later, we see that there's another one asking about it. So we can see here that there are a number of Monday users that might not have, or maybe the mirror columns and the connect boards columns just not working for them. They're looking for something native. They're looking for something that's intuitive. All right, something that can be followed very easily and without much hassle. All right, so we see here that another team member 2 months later replied that did this on the it's something under the radar, it's on the roadmap, but there's no ETA yet, and it's finally closed. So I recently posted a link to an app developed by Formula Lookout called Same Item Multiple Boards. I provided a link to the marketplace, and the reason for doing this video is because recently I was notified by Monday community that it has achieved 50 plus clicks on it. All right, so you get a badge for that actually, and it's a popular link badge. So it just means that there's a lot of people asking or looking for this functionality, this feature that should have been available if you have like multiple boards on a workspace, right? The reason maybe that you can arrange them in a workspace is because you can have them natively linked, sync, and also have some columns dependent on each other. So I'm going to go through this with using a example that I have here. I have two boards set up, a low level board and a high level board. You can see that there are items on it already. Actually, this this setup on my sandbox workspace is demonstrated on another video, so that's why there are some items in here. But I can actually show here that to you that you can have those dependencies. All right, so you can see here that using same item multiple boards, which is the app developed by Formula Lookout. If you don't have that yet, this is how it looked like. Actually, it's in here. It's a featured app right now. All right, by Monday Marketplace. Just have it installed on your Monday account, and then have it authorized to make changes to your Monday account, and you'll be good to go. You can start using it. Once you have that on your Monday account, you can have actually three ways of syncing items. You can either do a item level syncing. Okay, so it means you can select an item, click on it, and add an item view, okay, of the app. If you don't have that yet, just click on the plus here and then look for the same item multiple board and add to item. And then through that app, it'll give you the ability to link that, to have that live on another board that you intend to, and also the sub items if you want it shared. Okay, so this is how it looks like when it is already set up. But let me do another one, summary of process a part 2. Okay, just for you to see how it looks like when it's not. Okay, it's not synced to anything, so it detects that doesn't live on other boards. And then you have a small chat widget here if you need help about setting it up. Once you click that here, you'll be asked where you want this to be synced. All right, So you just look for the high level board that I have set it. In your case, depends on what you want or where you want it to appear, and then click on that. All right, and then you'll have that sync already. All right, so summary process A part 2. It's now appearing on the high level board. Earlier I showed you that it's not there. Right now you can see it's already added. Okay, so it's also sync. So you can, let's say you got this done already, and you check on the high level board, it's already done. So there's a lot of columns that you can have sync natively without the use of, without having the need to use the connect boards column and also the mirror column. This is very powerful because when you do a native syncing of the columns, you have them at your disposal for the automations. All right, you can set up automations and use those columns natively. But if you have it as a mirror column, there are a number of instances wherein you won't see that mirror columns. All right, so this is very powerful and useful for a lot of organizations and project managers. So let's try, how about let's try a batch syncing. Okay, so the batch syncing is it means you have more than one, or let's say you have 50 items you want it sync 40. Okay, well, we just don't go over like 1,000, just to let you know, because we are trying to avoid, this is a security feature actually for attacks, because hackers use that. So limiting it um, is is a way protecting the security of the app. So I suggest just sync up around 50 at a time. Okay. So 50 items would do, maybe below 50 would do. Okay. So we can click on select all, deselect those that are already synced, and we have batch 1 and batch 2 that we wanted to be synced as a batch to our high level board. So we do that through here, and a button for apps, and then we look for that board, high level. Okay, this one, and this one. Okay, so once we have that sync, it'll appear on the other board as a batch. No need to do it one by one. Okay, so I guess that helps a lot. Okay, there you go. So let's check on high level board. We see the batch 1 and batch 2. Of course, that works as well if you do a batch action for changing columns. Okay, so this is a batch action for changing columns. Stuck. Let's go to high level board. You can see that they're changing it to stuck. Okay, so sometimes it takes a while. Okay, there you go. So now let's check on the last way of syncing, which is the board level. Okay, so right now there's no board level on this yet, and I'll show you how it works. Just go to integrate, and then from integrate, all right, we can look for same item, multiple boards. Okay, if it doesn't load yet, just wait for it. Okay, it takes a while sometimes, and then you can see that there's a lot of workflow integrations here, or recipes as you may call it, and we're looking for this one. When an item is created, also add this item to board or group. Okay, so when an item is created on this board, it means, so when it says on this board, it means on any group within that board. Okay, so let's try that. We're using that template, and then it will allow us to customize that workflow integration. All we have to do is to select a high level board and the group as well. So board, let's just type that, high level board, and then board here, group, and then it'll automatically detect how many groups you have and what groups you have. Okay, it's now active. Let's exit this, and now it is on a board level syncing. So this is our high level board. Let me demonstrate how it works. Board level syncing 1. While we type that, let's check on high level board, and it already appeared. Okay, see. Okay, so let's change this to working on it. Okay, and then by the way, of course, you should know that it's a two-way sync. Okay, so it's not just a one-way sync. By default, it's really a two-way sync. Okay, because there's not, that's the purpose of it. Okay, so we changed it to stock, and the high level board, it's now changed to stock. And to let you know what else it can sync, it can sync almost all of the column types. It can sync the updates, which you can't do with the mirror columns. It can sync the replies on an update, which you cannot do with mirror columns. And lastly, the files as well. So I'm sorry, the sub items. The sub items can also be linked and synced, which is also not available with a mirror column. So there's a lot of things that you can power up your Monday board with this app called Same Item Multiple Board. So again, this is how you use it. My name again is Rodney, and I'm from Formula Lookout. Have a nice day to everyone.